Hello again, friends. I'm Shaheen, your instructor for this course. If you haven't checked the previous video, the introduction for this course, please make sure you do. In the last video, we spoke about the main takeaway of this course and who were the audience, and we also showed the syllabus. But in today's video, we are going to define management and also talk about time management, and also I'll be linking both of these terms together. And also I'll be talking about why managing your time is important and why do people hesitate on managing their time. Also, I'll be talking about procrastination in greater detail and the positive and negative effect of it, and why overcoming procrastination is important. So let's start. Let's start by a question. What is management? Even though this course is known as time management, defining management at the beginning is going to be effective, and we're going to see how these both are linked up. So, management is defined as a process of planning, organizing, leading, staffing, control, and controlling. So let me explain these elements one by one by their meaning. So planning. Planning is choosing an appropriate goal and action to pursue. So basically, a manager chooses a goal and he plans the specific action to accomplish this goal. Organizing is the process of gathering resources and make them work together to achieve the goal that you set at the beginning. It's like getting the right employees and putting them together. Leading is a manager, is also known as a leader. So he leads his employees and he gives them energy and inspires them by using effective communication skills or persuasion to achieve the goal at the beginning that they've set. Staffing is recruiting and selecting employees to perform specific jobs. So each employee has a specific job at their workplace. And controlling is evaluating the processes and measuring with comparing to the decisions that have taken in order to achieve the goal. So my question to you is, what is the thing that all management functions have in common? So pause this video and try to figure it out if you haven't yet. So the thing that all these management functions have in common is that they all are working for a specific goal. So knowing your goal is going to help you a lot in the long run and in the short run as well. So you might be asking yourself, how is knowing my goal going to help me? So let's say you are a student and your goal is to make your family proud of you and of your results at the university. So putting a goal is basically going to motivate you. How? So for instance, you like procrastinating and you keep on saying that tomorrow I'm going to finish my studies for this course. But when you remember your main goal, which is your family, them proud of you, and they will be sad and angry because of your bad results, you're going to get motivated and to start working on your goals. So motivation is the opposite of procrastination. So let's start by asking a simple question. If someone asked you, what is time management? And how would you define it? So how would you respond to this question based on the previous two slides you've just learned with me? I would personally respond to this question by saying that time management is a process of identifying, organizing, planning, and motivating, because you are doing this stuff for yourself. So identifying is knowing what are your responsibilities and identifying your responsibilities and tasks you're supposed to do and when is the deadline for doing it. Organizing is organizing the resources you need to perform the task and also organizing the task from most important to least important. So you organize the resources and then you organize the tasks you have from most important task to least important task. So planning is setting a plan on how each task is going to be done and breaking a task into a smaller one in order to increase your productivity. And at last, motivating. You are not going to motivate someone, you're going to motivate basically yourself, because we're humans, creatures of emotions, and sometimes you don't feel well, and sometimes you don't feel like doing something. Therefore, you have to always reward yourself with something you like to do to keep you positive. And for instance, I'm going to reward myself after finishing the recording for these videos. So it's like basically you are parenting yourself, you are giving yourself a reward, and in psychology this is known as a positive reinforcement, to keep the positive attitude. So after defining what is time management and defining management, let me ask you this question: why managing your time is important? So let's read this case, and it will itself tell you why is time management important. So let's imagine that you are a student and you are doing 10 courses this semester, and you have a big project and a big responsibility in it. But you also like enjoying your time with your friends and playing video games. So you decided to procrastinate and neglect all your responsibilities for the time being, and instead you chose to enjoy your time playing and partying. Then suddenly you checked your calendar and you found out that you have to submit the project the next day, and you have 3 finals for the next week. How would this make you feel? So just by thinking about it, you are going to feel stressed, sleepless. Your brain is not going to focus on one task. You will feel like you have a lot of responsibility to finish. You are going to fail. These kind of crazy thoughts that comes to your head. So why managing your time is important? So first of all, if you manage your time, of course, it eliminates cramming. Cramming is like doing a lot of stuff in a small period of time. So in that case, you're going to study, work for your project, and this is going to distract your attention and disrupt your sleeping routine and stuff. It will also reduce your stress levels. So if you're managing your time in a professional way, you're not going to be stressed. You're going to be relaxed and confident with everything. Also, it will increase your productivity because you're focusing on one task at a time. You're not focusing on many tasks. Also, it will give you more time to do other things such as enjoying. That's why a successful university student knows how to manage his time well. So managing time is really important. And I've learned it at an early age in my life, that you have a specific time for studying and specific time for enjoying. You cannot just study and not enjoy, and you cannot enjoy and not study. So you have to balance between them. So also it allows you to accomplish more in a short time because your brain is free of stress and your brain is focusing on one task at a time. And yes, so why people don't manage their time? Why students, let me talk about students. Why students hate managing their time? Mainly for 2 reasons. First of all, they don't know how to do it, or they've never heard about it. And secondly, being short-sighted, lazy, and a great procrastinator. The teenagers, they don't like managing their time because they think it's silly, and teenagers are always lazy. But keeping this as a habit is going to help you in the long run, especially in the university and in your work life. So we've talked a lot about procrastination. So let me define procrastination. What is procrastination? This image really sums it up. I'll do it tomorrow, which is like you are delegating a work for the next day or for the next week. So as Google described or defined procrastination, it is the avoidance of doing a task that needs to be accomplished by a certain deadline. It's really clear. It doesn't need an explanation. And examples of procrastination phrases I used to use in my life before managing my time and being productive. So I used to say, I still have time, I will do my task tomorrow. I keep on delegating my task to the next day, and at the end I'll find out that I have a lot to finish in a short period of time. This killed me, but I managed to finish it. But this was one of the bad ways of managing your time. And you also trick yourself by saying that I have a headache, I can't focus right now, I will do it tomorrow, or I will do it later, my head is paining me. You're just psychologically tricking yourself that you have a headache while you don't have it. You have free time using your phone, and you're focusing on your phone, but you can't focus on the task you have in hand. So this is psychologically tricking yourself, something we shouldn't do. And when you have a lot of studies to finish, the thought itself makes you discouraged. Like you say, oh, I have 3 exams. And thinking about it itself makes you feel discouraged and postpone it to later dates. So point is, when you have 3 exams, you have to really break it down, because the word 3 exams is big. Try to break it into 3 words, like 3 exams. One part is 1 exam, 1 exam, 1 exam. Then take this one and break it further. I'll finish 2 lectures, 2 lectures, 2 lectures in 1 hour. 1 hour, 2 lectures, 1 hour, 2 lectures, and 1 hour, 2 lectures. Breaking it down makes it easier for your brain to absorb it. So positive and negative effects of procrastination. The positive effects is obviously temporary enjoyment. You will enjoy your time at the moment, but you don't know what will happen for you the next couple of days. And the negative effects is loss of precious time. You will lose opportunities of learning, and you will lose opportunities of contacting with good people. Also, it will decrease your self-esteem, and it will delay your achievement of goals. Plus, I will add something on this one. It will also give you a bad reputation, because when you procrastinate and you don't get your work done, people will start thinking that you are a procrastinator, a great procrastinator, and you don't like to work. So your reputation is going to decrease. So why overcoming procrastination is crucial? So this question is basically, why is it important to manage your time? Because it gives you more control over yourself and your life when you know that I am in control and I am up to date on what I've done earlier. And also it increases your self-esteem and self-confidence, of course, when you know that I've done and I have nothing to do left. So you can sleep well at night. And you'll be a less stressed person, and it will build your reputation at your workplace. It's written over here. So yes, this is the end of this second video. I hope you guys learned something from it. Hopefully in the third video, I'll be sharing with you how do you stop procrastinating, and I'll be sharing with you the formula of it. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.